like my glass?
Yeah.
I'll give you a reference next time you want to jog.
Thank you.
Great glass holding. I seem to be getting shorter. I hope not, I'm very short already. Yes, I'm Lady Penelope Forthem. Hello, if you haven't met me before. Everyone calls me Penny Forthem, you scum can call me Mum. And we've been telling tales all evening. Cinderella, Snow White, you may have heard of them, some of these people. One person, Prince Charming's featured in all of them. And it's about time we really focused in on him as a character, as a person, as an absolute cockend. Now he was off travelling, he'd been very unlucky in love and in life. He'd been kneed in the nuts by Cinderella, he'd been beaten up by 7 dwarfs, and very bruised and battered, he decided just to power on through, riding through the forest on his noble steed, not just his penis, and went through until he found a magical kingdom that was clearly under some kind of curse. For everywhere he went, people were asleep, catatonic, paralytic, comatose, unconscious, other such words. Anyone name them? No? There we go. You don't want to be asleep at Nozstock. You're doing this wrong. Or you're doing it far too right. Someone send help. Okay, but it was a magical kingdom that was under some sort of curse. But another thing that the prince was realizing was that he had a serious problem. For every unconscious woman he encountered, he felt a tingle. You didn't see where I was pointing, it was down there. A little hard for your age. There was the milkmaid's, bosoms heaving, eyes fluttering, and there were the servant girls and market ladies and the courtiers. He was getting quite a throbbing sensation, and riding a horse was not helping, so he decided to go into the castle. And there, everyone was still asleep, catatonic, comatose, all those words again. He went up to the tallest tower, and there, at the very top, was a beautiful woman. The most beautiful woman he'd ever seen, well, at least in the top 3 of the beautiful women he'd ever seen. He'd seen a few in this tale, as you know, but definitely top 3. And she was gorgeous and, most importantly, asleep. And there was no one around. All the guards were a few floors down and unconscious. No, there aren't any paps going to reach up here. It's tallest tower. Okay, I'm going to do this. I can't do this. How am I going to do this? So doing this. Got his sword and put it under a nightgown. Cut it in half. The cloth separated. Her creamy breasts were there. And then there was the creamy down bits there. And just a touch. I touched her. I'll touch her again. He couldn't help it anymore. He just had to have her, and he was upon her, kissing and nibbling everything he could find, and then he was in her. Oh my days! And he was thrusting and enjoying himself far too much, kissing her nipples, kissing her hands, kissing her mouth, and her eyes opened wide. Now, before we continue, I should probably give you a bit of backstory. Yes, I know, good storytelling, leave you in a climax. When Sleeping Beauty, as she now will be known, was born, she was the belle of the kingdom. Everyone was so happy, everyone loved her, so much so that 3 fairies came and bestowed their gifts upon her. The first was Eternal Beauty. Oh, that's a really useful one. Yes, I find it very useful. And second was Timeless Grace. Oh, very good for dancing, gotta get your crown on. Third was Insatiable Lust. Yes, the king and queen were pretty pissed off too. Turns out, do not let fairies give your kids gifts. They got different priorities. They were furious. What do you think you're doing? You can't give a child the gift of insatiable lust. Don't worry, it won't set in till puberty. As if that wasn't hard enough, right? They were banished from the kingdom. But everything was fine. She didn't show any symptoms until she turned 13. And then she was found necking the stable boy behind the stables. 15, she was found fondling a servant boy in the kitchens. 17. She was found, you know, with one of the courtiers. And then, on her 18th birthday, when she was found naked with the Prime Minister. David Cameronius has a lot to answer. That'll be handled in court. But anyway, the king just couldn't handle it anymore. He went to see a witch and asked her, how can I make this stop? If you prick her, she will finally sleep. So he got a spinning wheel, and when she was sleeping in bed peacefully, he pricked her finger with the needle, sending everyone in the kingdom to sleep. The spell had backfired, for everyone, especially this drunk person at the front, knew that a prick does not mean a needle and a finger. That's not what it meant. But everyone slept, and so enters, literally, Prince Charming. And eyes opening wide, back in the room, is Sleeping Beauty. Oh, I'm so sorry. Oh, I'm so sorry. This isn't what it... Well, it is what it looks like. I'm so sorry. I thought you were sleeping. Oh, hello. You'll do nicely. And pounced on her new prince. The rest of the kingdom awoke, mainly due to the noise. But the prince had finally found his princess. Hurrah! Hurrah! And with that is the end of my tales for tonight. I hope you all have a wonderful Nozstock. I've been Miss Lady Penny Forthem, and this is the Velveteen Belly Cabaret. And back on stage is Alex.